Hello ENC students, this is your professor Michael Bloomingberg, and the purpose of this video is to walk you through week 2 of the semester. So as you can see, I'm on the Blackboard homepage and I'm going to click on weekly assignments. This is where you always want to go each week to view your listing of assignments. Go down to the week 2 folder. Okay, from the week 2 folder, first place you always want to go is to the coursework file. It's uploaded as both a Word document and a PDF file. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Word document. And this gives us a full listing of what you need to be working on this week. There are readings from the ebook, and I'm going to pull that up in just a minute and show you how the ebook works. But Chapter 5, pages 83 through 101, the building blocks of essays, you need to read that in the ebook. And the process of drafting an essay, that's Chapter 6, 104 through 108 in the ebook. And also, Picking Cotton, please read the entire prologue for that particular book. And these are the reading assignments that you want to complete first before you begin working on any submitted assignment or discussion board. So, submitted assignment-wise, you have an activity 5.2, which is going to give you practice with thesis statement. And please note that you need to type and submit the activity as listed in the book with all parts included. Type as it appears in the activity, and use complete sentences. You're creating your own thesis statement. Note that your deadline is 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, October 23rd. That deadline is the same for the discussion board for Picking Cotton as well. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And then on My Writing Lab this week, you're working on the Craft of Writing, which is the second module in the sequence, and we'll keep the same deadline of the 23rd for that one as well. Okay? So I'm going to click off. Well, actually, I don't want to leave that entirely. I'll open it back up, but I'm going to minimize it, and we'll come back to it. So I go back to the week 2 folder. And the next thing I want to show you is just the EText. It's pretty easy to use, and it's the My Writing Lab Pearson EText. I just want to explain to you that you have an EText because it makes the class more cost efficient. It saved you some money. I could have assigned you to have the regular textbook, but it would have made the cost a lot more expensive. So I was very aware of the rising cost of books, so I wanted to try to keep that down. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the ebook, and it'll take it just a minute to load up, and then I'll walk you through how you navigate the ebook. It's loading. And sometimes when it loads up, and it's the case this time, I can already see, it loads it up really to a large percent. So I just want to make it 100%, just nice and even. That'll make it a little bit easier to see. So it's pretty easy. Up here at the top, you can turn the pages. So if I want to go to page 2, I can click the arrow. But where I'm not starting you at the beginning of the book, if you go back again and look at your coursework, the first reading begins on page 83. In the little box beside where it says page, if you'll just type 83 and hit your enter key on your computer, that'll take you into the start of the reading for this week. So again, that was 83 through 101. And then even when you get to 101, if you'll just type 104, again, it takes you to where you need to go, where you're going to learn about the stages of the writing process. And the actual activity, the only one that you have to do, there may be other activities listed, but the only one you have to do is on page 87, or at least it starts on the bottom, the directions do, and then it goes over to page 88. And just so you're clear, you know you want to type it just as it appears on the page where it says one thesis, and where it has the blank line, you put your original thesis in using the A, B, and C points. And remember to write those points out as well. So exactly as you see it in the activity is how you need to produce it for the submitted assignment. Okay? And that's the ebook. It's pretty easy. Hopefully this video has shown you how to use it. So once you get your assignment, your thesis practice 5.2 done, you're going to go again. I'm just in the week 2 folder still. You're going to click on the link that says Activity 5.2 Thesis Practice. So I'll go ahead and click that. And the directions again are given. And what you're going to do is always have your work saved. And I recommend you use something like OneDrive, or if you have an external flash drive, that works fine as well. And you're going to go down, you're going to click Browse My Computer, and then from there it's just a matter of finding the file in your computer, and when you find it, hit Open. I'm not going to actually do it because I don't want to attach anything. And then from there, once you have the file, you'll see that it'll show down below that it's attached. The comment box is not for you to use for the assignment. It's just if there's something you want me to know about the assignment, you can put it into the comment box. And then down in the corner, hit Submit, and that will send the assignment to me. It's pretty easy. Okay. Discussion board, I want to go ahead and click on that and talk to you about this week's discussion board assignment. It does relate to picking cotton. And what I'm asking you to do is to address the questions: what do you think about the prologue of the book? And what do you make of the friendship between Jennifer and Ronald, especially regarding what you read at the end of the prologue? Now, some of you had some struggle last week with replying to a classmate, so remember that you do need to reply to a classmate. You can split your replies to include more than one classmate as long as you reach your 100 word count. So your posting and your reply or replies need to be at least 100 words. And again, the due date is the 23rd on that. So that's what you're working on the discussion board. Last but not least is the My Writing Lab, and that's a direct link, so I'm going to click on it. Okay. You're working in sequence, so you did basic grammar. You're moving right over to the next module, which is the craft of writing. It's quite a bit shorter than last week's basic grammar module. We're going from 11 topics this week to only 8 topics. So each one of those pencil topics, you need to work through at least one recall, one apply before you try your post test. Remember that 8 out of 10 answered correctly will give you a star for the pencil topic for that part of the module. Okay? One other thing before I wrap up the video, there is a new tab for My Grades. You might want to check it out. That'll let you know how you're doing in the class. Always check your weighted total because that gives you the breakdown of everything. Just remember, a 90 to 100 is an A, an 80 to an 89 is a B, a 70 to a 79 is a C, so on and so forth. That's it, guys. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you have questions, as always, email me. Good luck with week 2 assignments.